What's good? What's good? What is good, folks? It is your main man, Jeff A. Smith, jumping off once. I'm sorry. I'm JD, right? It's a little weird. It's a little weird with me sort of being the one hosting the show, but just so y'all know, if y'all decide to get out of pocket, like I'm running this here, so I'm not gonna be nice like Jeff is and lenient and letting people go and talk about what they want to talk about. Nah, I'm running things tonight. So this is Jump Off Live featuring JD and my guys. How y'all like that? No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding, man. This is Jump Off Live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. This is your spot to get all the latest that's going on in the world of news, entertainment, sports, everything that you could possibly think of. We're gonna be covering here tonight on Jump Off Live. This week's episode, we're going to talk about the controversy with Trevor Bauer, Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher, who has been caught up in some sexual assault allegations. We're also going to discuss the Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor story going on in ESPN, where let's just say there's a little bit of heat between those two. And there's a lot of undertones and undercurrents going on with it too. So I'm excited to cover that and so much more. So as always, you can tune in live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time here on our YouTube page. And if you go to our YouTube channel, just hit the search bar, go to Jump Off Live or type in Jump Off Live, and you'll get all our shows, all our playlists, our anything but interview series. Everything that we've ever done is sitting right there. This is episode 34. So that would be what, the Charles Barkley episode? Can we go with that? Y'all got any other suggestions?
No, that's
Bo
strong.
Jackson?
Charles Barkley. I like that.
Bo Jackson, can y'all hear me?
Oh, definitely. We could roll Bo Jackson too. That works too.
Bo knows.
Yeah. Let's real quick. I already got people, sending messages and asking me about your background, that dude. So
my background. What are you talking about?
What's that all about, man? I see a scantily clad body back there. I hope it's a little crackage showing too, man. What's up with that?
This is no green screen either. This is how my hotel is set up.
Okay. Well, let me run through one more particular real quick. You can always catch us live on Zingo TV. If you go to Google Play, Apple App Store, you can just do a search for Zingo TV. You can download the app. You can catch us on there live each and every week at 8 p.m. Central Time, as you can on the YouTube page. So, without further ado, I'm gonna kick it to my main man, that dude named Dave, so that he can explain where he's at and what's going on. So that dude, take it away, sir.
Okay, so this is just the hotel room here right now, as you can see. So there's no green screen, nothing like that. But I'm in Vegas right now. Shout out to the Cosmopolitan Hotel here. It's been a decade since I stayed here when it first opened up, so everything's opened up and everything haven't been, out and about. So I said, hey, let's get out to Vegas. Let's get this heat. It's 113 right now. I'm fresh from the pool. That's why I got, I guess it's not PC to say I'm rocking a wife beater right now, but that's what's on right now, straight from there. That's what the background you see.
Okay.
West Coast living right now, John knows all about this.
West Coast living, huh?
Oh yeah, we've been out here since Monday, man. It is hot. I think I probably lost about a good 10 pounds just being out here the last, just walking up and down the strip here, man. It's baking out here.
No doubt. I know you get down with the pork too, so that's cool, man.
Oh, bacon, pork, swine, all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm loving it out here in Vegas right now. The people love out here. The weather is great, man. You guys got to get out here when you get a chance to. Not everything's completely opened up. I'm still mad about a few restaurants I can't get to. But besides that, though, y'all got to find your way out here like we did in the past. We got to do another jump off excursion.
Oh man, you're doing a throwback there, talking about the jump off excursion. We haven't done that in a long time. So yeah, we have to do something like that.
Well overdue.
Yeah, definitely long overdue, man. So I'm gonna kick it to my man John Stevens first, or second, I should say, Mr. Johnny Dangerous. What's going on, Johnny Dangerous?
What up, everybody? It's good to have y'all on tonight. It's good to be seen. Man, look at my boy down there. Jeff made it on. Look, it looked like he driving over there. But yeah, man, I'm
We're gonna
excited.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for already commenting, man. Glad that y'all back again this week. Keep showing up, man. We're gonna keep giving y'all hot topics. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And speaking of which, we got somebody who looks like they are in their car. They are driving somewhere. I hope we're gonna be able to pull this off. But Mr. Jeff A. Smith, are you there, sir, or are you froze? Oh man, I think we lost him. They took him away.
He's straight up Disney movie right now. He on Frozen status.
My check 1 2 1 2. My check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. We can hear you. You're a little bit delayed, but it's fine. Go for it, man.
He took 3 lefts to make
feedback background. Is there a lot of
background? Is fine.
Okay, perfect. Hey, well, I'm here. Dave, it's called tank tops. Okay? It's called a tank top, Dave.
Oh, you heard that? So I wasn't being PC right now?
Brother.
Well, tank top. I mean, that's what we grew up on, you know? That's what we grew up on. White beater tank top? That's what we call them?
Or an A shirt.
An A shirt?
Yeah, I've heard A shirt before. I've heard that before. That's okay. As far as I know, like on the bag that you get your shirts in, you know, the Fruit of the Loom joint, it says A shirt on there. It don't have a tank top. It don't have that other word that he happened to mention, but it says A shirt on there. So yeah. Let's not go there, that dude. We got to keep it Zingo, bro. Keep it Zingo.
Right, but I digress. Hey, what's up, Jump Off Live fans? This is your boy, Jeff A. Smith, broadcasting live and direct from the highways of Indiana. I'm out here in these streets getting this acting money. I got back-to-back acting gigs. I've been very blessed to have a wonderful week of. I had a gig today in Indiana, and I'm on my way to Michigan now for a gig tomorrow. So out here making it happen in these streets, man.
Got gigs, you know. He don't got megabytes. He got gigs left and right, man. I'm real happy for Jeff though, man. That's
real
awesome.
Fast. Is this the first time we're doing a show where all 4 of us are in a different state?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, that's kind of dope, honestly. That's kind of dope. We never really usually back in the day when we would try to do stuff like this.
Yeah, back in Illinois either. JD's in Iowa.
Why does everybody always say I'm in Iowa? I'm close to Iowa, but I'm not in Iowa, man.
Dude, yeah, you're in Illinois, man. I saw the cornfields in your backyard the time I dropped you off, man. What you talking about?
Yep. All right, bro. All right.
I saw that tractor too, man. John, that one song, you know, I got tractors and trailers and, you know, Flintstone. That's JD's backyard, man. He's been false flagging. He ain't been telling y'all the truth. I dropped him off that one time about like 9 years ago, and you didn't see what he had back there. He had deers and he had cows, and you know, and someone was milking in the back, and then there were sheep. I don't know where sheep come from with the cow, you know, but there was that going on. There's a lot of hazing going on. So don't let JD flee. He's in Iowa.
Dave, they have the same stuff in Illinois too, man.
That's besides the point, though, Jeff. We're talking about JD here. We're not talking about what's going on here. Oh no, we're talking about what goes on in Iowa in JD's backyard.
He said he got sheep in his front yard. That's bogus.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's how I keep my lawn cut, man. That's how I keep my lawn cut. He even got a sheepdog
too. It's like a little ankle biter that don't do nothing.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, live from Illinois. But anyway, let's jump into these topics. We're gonna do tonight's show quickie style, so we're gonna touch on a bunch of different topics. We got some big ones and some smaller ones that we like to discuss. But first off, we like to break down the incident that happened between Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer and a young woman that he met online and decided to spark up some sort of sexual relationship with. So let me read a little bit from the article. Man, for whatever reason, my article ain't pulling up. But anyway, I'll give a quick breakdown of the story. So Trevor had been talking and texting with this young lady. They had set it up so that she was going to come and visit him. He got her to come out there to where he was at. They had talked previously about how they were going to have some interesting type of sexual encounter. Like she liked to be, how should I put it? I won't say she was into chains and whips, but she was into being rather manhandled aggressively during her sexual relations. So, yeah. So apparently, while they were getting it on, like I said, they had previously discussed all of this. So he basically choked her out, and hit her several times, which are things that they had discussed and things that she wanted to have happen. So that was their first encounter. Quick summary. A few weeks later, they decided to get together again. Same sort of thing went down. This time he was a little bit more aggressive, which is apparently what she had also asked for. And all the way to the point where she passed out. Yet again, she had went home. I guess he had to help her to her vehicle to get her home, got her home. A few days later, she decided to go to the authorities and basically say that she was assaulted. So it seems like her story changed rather quickly after she had been hurt. The bruises settled in. I got my own theories. I'm gonna hold those to myself. But let me see if I can do some of the functionality of this app and see if I can pull up it won't even let me pull up the article. I was gonna try to pull up the article, man, but it's not gonna let me do it. Nah, it won't let me do it. I was gonna try to pull up the article somehow, but it's supposed to be easy. I don't know why, but I was gonna show everybody how how bruised she was. But yeah, she was definitely very bruised. But yeah, long story short, she had changed her tenor a whole lot and was now saying that she had been sexually assaulted. So the question isn't if this situation actually happened, because it did. The question is, what was the intent? Was this something that she asked for? Is this sexual assault once you get to a certain point? Like if somebody is asking for all these things, to be choked, to be hit, to be slapped, to be to have sex aggressively, is that something that you as a person should do, even if that's being asked? So I'd love to open it up to the fellas, see exactly what you guys think on this one, because man, I'll say my opinion on it to the end. But let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with Johnny Dangerous. We'll change up the order a little bit on this one. Let's kick it off with Johnny Dangerous, see what he has to say.
Man, for one, it's a very sticky situation, man. But I would love to see the comments of the ladies on here, everybody, but particularly the ladies on what their thought is. First of all, everybody knows that sex should be and is an intimate thing, a very intimate thing. And so when you have sex with someone, it should be someone that you trust to some level or degree. But because we live in the world that we live in, sometimes there's no time to build that trust. From what I've seen in other people's situations, there's a lot of one night stands and quickies, if you will. There's something we have here on the show as far as our subjects and topics that we talk about. Man, it's a sticky situation, man. She was a fan, right? She was a fan of his, and they reached out to each other and connected. Man, that's a very, very tough situation, man. I mean, anybody that's famous, well, you know what? Period. Men and women need to vet each other when it comes to intercourse. You need to do some type of vetting. You need to vet that person to make sure that you want to connect with that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be sharing spirit with each other if that person ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So there should be some degree of vetting going on before you have any type of sex with a person, is what I believe. But particularly in this situation, when it comes to, her request for him to get physical, obviously they both were into it, because from the picture, and great job pulling that up, JD, from the picture, it looks like he was really into it. Man, that's a very tough situation. Me personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable inflicting that type of damage to a woman when it comes to sex. You know, I mean, but you know, I know different strokes, literally, for different folks, and so. Man, I think he could have been a little bit smarter with that, man, and I think he let his guard down and trusted her, or you know, vice versa. She let her guard down and trusted him, and maybe he went too far. Nobody really knows but those two. But it definitely seems like a sticky situation because of her original request, and it seems like he obliged. At what point?
No Mary J.
Not
No
like
Mary.
Say it again, bro.
When you said she obliged, I said no Mary J.
Right. Right. So, you know, at what point was she disappointed in the whole, you know, camaraderie? You know, it's a sticky situation, man. So I wasn't in that room. I wouldn't have been in that room. So I really can't say, but it seems like she put him in a trick bag. That's what it seems like to me. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, JD.
Yes, sir. Let's go to that dude. What do you think about it, that dude?
Man, there are so many ways to look at this here. I like to use the initials or acronyms DD. Now, DD at my job goes for due diligence, which is actually something that he should have done here with someone that is brand new, some would quote unquote jump off that slid into his DMs, who wanted a couple of things done to her, and he wanted to, like Johnny Dangerous said, oblige, because that's what he's into, whips and chains and beating up and getting beat on, all that stuff, right? But I'm looking at DD as another thing. Discipline. This dude does not have the DD needed here to go from someone who he doesn't know and decides, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and have sex with this woman here and beat her up and choke her out and get one thing we're forgetting too. Put her hair in a ponytail and then choke her out with it until she passed out. Not once, but two separate occasions here.
That's so specific, man. Like how did like who?
Hey, John, you laughing? But if you read the article, that's exactly what she wanted. She texted.
It is.
He texted back, and then she admitted to it, saying, "Yeah, my hair was tied up into a ponytail, and he choked me out till I was passed out, basically." So you got Trevor here who met a girl on Monday. When I met, got DM'd on Monday, and then next you know, he's slopping slappies, you know, on a Thursday. She complained about it because she got a black eye. Then 2 weeks later, she wanted to get back in on it again. And then she wants to file a complaint. You know what that means? He ain't very bright. He ain't very smart. You do this type of sexual activities with someone you vetted and been kicking with for a hard minute. Or you go to some dungeon clubs, you know, with the whips and chains, you know, they got that out there. You know, they in New York. I see, you know, they in Chicago underground, you know, but you got to go to a club where that you sign off the waiver sheet. There is no lawsuits, or someone you've been kicking with, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, babe, what do you think about this choking out and this punching thing we talked about when we first met? It's been 7 months here. What do you think? Not on the third DM. Come on, fellas.
Right. He said the third DM. Hey, man, whatever happened to y'all know that song "Love Rants" by 50 Cent?
Ha.
How come we just couldn't keep it there? You know, just beat the box up. You know what I'm saying? What?
Well, you know, though, some people just don't want to do more than just beat the box up. They want to get beat up too.
Yeah, but man.
But here's but here, before we get to Jeff, I want to add to this here as well. Not only did he beat her up the first time, quote unquote, with the sexual activity, she came back again.
But round two.
It wasn't like 3 weeks later. She came to his crib. So yeah, I mean, it's a really, like I said, a sticky situation, like you said, John, because he put hands on her, but she wanted these hands. What do you do when someone wants these hands? And it's called dick discipline.
Hey man, I think cats need to just keep it to the deep. You know what I'm saying? Don't use the hands, keep it to just beat it up. I don't know, man. You know
I need to hear what our traveling actor has to say about this one. What do you say, Jeff?
Traveling thespian.
Uh-oh, is he froze? I think he froze again.
Hey, while he frozen, let's see if he comes back here. From the comment here, because I'm trying to follow here. It's not a he say she say thing, because what happened was it became he say she say when she went to the police, but he took it a step further with his lawyer to leak the text messages. So we don't have he say she say now. We have legit evidence of her texting him saying, "Yeah, punch me, choke me out, slap me, do all those things. I wanna be passed out in my own drool." And then he said, "Are you sure? 'Cause I like these things too." So I just want everybody in the comment section to know. I want to know what the ladies think when a woman says, "I want these things," and then after it happens the first time, she says, "Do it again."
Yeah, I mean, if I can give my opinion on this one, two things. Those text messages coming out are what is going to eventually save Mr. Bauer, because that's the smoking gun right there. If well, I got three things. If she's asking for it, you can't. I don't think he can be prosecuted for what happened. I don't think that it was in any way something that went too far, because these are just things that she had specified that she wanted to do to begin with. So they set up the terms of the arrangement. They took it as far as had been agreed upon. That might be far for everyone else's opinion, but they agreed to this, so it should be okay. Nobody else, there wasn't any sort of major trauma done or anything like that would be deemed going too far. From what I understand, the injuries appear to be superficial, even though they might look bad. They appear to be superficial. Second thing, if this was such a heinous act, why did she come back the second time?
Why did she come back for round two?
Yep, she came back for round two.
Text in the text say she wanted it again in round two. She
Exactly.
wanted that blonde hair into a ponytail and wrapped around her neck. She said it. He didn't say it. That's from her text. That's why I want everybody to understand here. She said, "Wrap it up, get it around that throat action. Then I want to pass out." No,
exactly.
She said it.
With the visual, the blonde hair.
No, because I just want to make it a point, because the pictures, what we see on the screen here, if we don't have any context, he's guilty, should be thrown in jail, right?
Right.
And so we have to put this on here saying that when do you go too far? But if it happens more than once and you ask for this here, there's a whole nother sex life here that we ain't exploring here, fellas.
Right.
I mean, there's bondage and the beating up and the leather and the whips and chains, but then now there's this extra stuff that, this is an untapped market here probably.
Right. And I mean, I personally, I think that, if she asked for it and they did it, and like I said, there wasn't any sort of, major trauma or anything done, I think that it is well within the realm of acceptable, the outcome of the situation. The third thing that I wanted to say, though, at some point, Mr. Bauer has to determine that maybe this is not worth the risk to me and my career and my fame. You cannot take on certain activities when you have a Q rating. if somebody knows who you are, if you are a celebrity, you have to understand that you are a target first and foremost. So you have to be skeptical about any and every conversation you have with almost anyone. Second, just like that dude said, this is something that you say for somebody you in a long-term relationship with, not somebody who you just met, at most a few weeks ago. And it might have been hot and heavy.
JD, yeah. It was a few days from the first DM to they first hooked up. It was literally less than a week.
Okay. Yeah, even worse. If you know that this is something that you got going on, you have to think twice about this situation and say, man, I don't really think this is worth it. I really don't think this is worth it. So, yeah, man, I hope that, going forward, this is a lesson learned to not just celebrities, but to people in general. Just because somebody asked for it don't mean that you have to give it to them.
True.
Exactly,
and you have to think about those types of things before you jump head first or neck first or choke first into a sticky situation.
Right.
Anybody got any
Like I said,
final thoughts?
they're both in the wrong because, like I said, you're like I said. Someone I think it was who was it? Carl in the chat. She's looking for a check. Plain and simple. You're looking for a check on something like this. A. And then B. You are a professional athlete. You are worth millions. You know. You are a brand. You should not be doing this dumb type of stuff here. They're both in the wrong. So I know what my comment saying earlier. Yes, this is what she said here. He obliged to as well. So they both messed up, and then one's looking for a check, and one does not have any DD. So hopefully he learns from this and says, "Hey, I'm gonna be in a committed situation, or I'm gonna go to a club and get this done."
Yep. I think at some point after that first scenario where they got together, somebody got in her ear and said, "Hey, you need to do this again and cash it all the way to the bank." Yeah, that's exactly what I think happened. And they went for it, but you know, she had too many receipts. she bought the shirts, tried to take it back to the store, but didn't have a receipt. But everything was there. Everything was right there out in the open. She didn't think that you know, this stuff was going to become public, I'm sure. But whoever decided to leak that was able to definitely win for Mr. Bauer in the court of public opinion, which matters a ton in situations like this.
Absolutely, man. And this is what I want to say.
His lawyer put it out.
Oh, okay. Smart.
He did, yeah, very smart.
Yeah, his lawyer got his phone and said, "You know what though? We're in the middle of the season right now. We can't have this." So before the thing got started, that's when they dumped the text messages. So that's why we're able to have this conversation right now, because the lawyer leaked the text messages. So when we talk about public opinion, now we're split now saying, hey, the guy's not the complete victim. Because when you see this picture right here you put on the screen, JD, we should be saying he should be in Stateville right now.
Right. Yep. If those text messages hadn't come through, man, be a whole different situation.
For real. And on that note, anybody that does that to anybody, particularly a man to a woman, doing that, and they didn't ask for it and they didn't want it, in that particular context of which we're discussing right now, you are wrong. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself. You know, it's so many different ways to show love to a woman. If she ain't asking for that, don't get that to her. You know what I'm saying? Give her that love. Give her what she deserves. You know what I'm saying? Or him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself. It's as simple as elementary school when we learn in kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself. You know, that's for anybody that's involved in an activity that wasn't given permission. You got to get permission. You got to get permission. You don't get permission.
John, he got permission, John.
I know he did. I'm saying for anybody else.
Right.
Any of our viewers on here, it's like, hey, man, I can do that too. No, if you don't get permission, you know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself, and anything else you got, keep it to yourself. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Our sponsor got a message for us in regards to
man.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to, I see Mr. Jeff A. Smith is back. You got some comments you want to share real quick on the story, sir?
Yeah, can you all hear me okay?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, cool. You had to rearrange some things. So a few things. So first and foremost, so consent. That's the big buzzword.
Consent.
Last 5 to 7 years. Obviously, there's levels to consent, right? There's levels to it. So how do you know, like in this situation, how do you know when the consent is initially abuse of sex? What's the gamut of that? What's considered regular abuse? What's considered malicious abuse? You know what I mean? Like that's baffling. That's mind blowing to me. I don't understand how you can even, like, what's the level of what's the continuum? What's the consent continuum for abuse of sex? You know, is it like a UFC fight? It's like you can't kick in the nuts, but you can punch in the throat. Like, what is the
safe words? Safe words. It's what it's called. They forgot to use a safe word.
So it just seems like there's too many blurred lines with that. No Robin Thicke to even engage in that, because the only thing that he could have done to prevent this from happening was to have her fill out a questionnaire, letting her know which spots, letting him know which spots are game, which spots is open season on, and which spots he can't touch. So,
hey Jeff, like that love contract from Dave Chappelle. That's right. That's what you're getting at. He's
Exactly.
like, are we? Oh no, we can't do this. Okay.
Hey, didn't Nick Cannon create an app for consent? He created an app like a couple
He
years
did.
ago.
He
Yeah,
did. It did. I don't know what. I don't know what came
I haven't heard about it
existence, but
since.
he
But
did create a consent.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's a sticky situation. I
Yeah.
think it boils down to trust, man. You got to be able to build
Yeah.
trust with a person. If you don't know a person, something like this can happen. You know what I'm saying? If you get to know a
Right.
person, you know what they like and what they don't like, and you learn to trust them or not to trust them. I don't think they took time to do that, man. And it really put him in a bad situation. Put them both in a bad situation, you know. Well, she may be looking at it as a come up situation, you know, but definitely put him in a
Right.
bad situation. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I appreciate everybody's comments on this story. If you got some more comments, make sure you send them our way. You can tweet them to us. You can drop them on the YouTube comments wherever you are watching this show. If you want to be a part of it, drop your comments and we will display them on the screen as long as they're clean. You know, I had to remix a little bit since I'm hosting the show and not Mr. Jeff A. Smith. But anyway, I understand that we have one of my favorite sponsors with a new ad tonight. And John, is there any setup to this or should I just play it? I know I got emailed this. I know you had spoken with him previously, so I didn't know if there was any sort of setup to this or should I just play it or
No, all I have to say is Heimlich Morbus. And he's inspired by the jump off and particularly inspired by JD's last incredible and ingenious idea. And so with that, go ahead and roll that, brother.
Okay, he wanted me to play it directly off my phone. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do that. So here we go, everybody.
It's all about the raw.
How's it hanging, my fellow movie moochers? Mine's dangles to the right. It's your favorite movie maniac attacking you again with a mental machete. Morph! Today's message is a little peculiar. If you all remember my debut episode on the Jump Off live show, I talked about my phenomenal abilities to give blind and in-depth reviews of movies, even before they hit the theaters. Something spectacular as a savant. That's what I am. But I can't say that fast 4 or 5 times without my slippery tongue of mine. More of a Let's get serious for a second. As special as I am, with most self-certified geniuses, there's always a little or a lot of peculiarity about us. In all transparency, I have been clinically misclassified and diagnosed with pre-perversion syndrome. Worse, yeah, some smart stiffs said that my personal pastimes have trickled in more ways than one into public spaces where perv-like activities are perversely prohibited. Not quite enough to get me arrested, but more than enough to get me permanently banned. And right now, I can't enter any movie theaters from Canada down to the northern tip of the Mississippi. Just between you and I still chubby dip in the shallow end of the river without being detected. I'm a slipster. I am proud to say that I am currently seeking assistance with my so-called sickness. I feel fine, thanks to that dude, Jeff, Johnny Dangerous, and that brilliant bald black brother, JD. I signed up as an experiment for JD's new health plan, Divided Assurance, where 5 patients divide the total cost of treatment with the assurance of receiving the best care one can obtain for any given treatment. I've been prescribed a new exhilarating drug called Pervitin, a drug designed to divide the assurance to suppress and subdue the burning desire to participate in any perv-like symptoms. And because of it, I feel like Leonidas when he kicked that messenger in the chest and sent him barreling down that dark, dank hole. Moral! With that being said, once you admit to it, you can prevent yourself from actually doing it. Pervigan. Brought to you by Divided Assurance. Conjured by JD of the Jump Off.
Well. You know what? About 3/4 of the way through that, I was about ready to pull the plug because I felt like Morbius was he was diving into some deep, dark history of his personal life, and I didn't know if that was jump off appropriate. But then he started talking about my bright idea of divided assurance, and little did I know. I mean, I'm guessing that he went by a different name when he signed up, because I got my list of all the people who signed up for divided assurance, and I don't see Heimlich Morbus on here, but yeah, maybe he went by his government name or something like that. But yeah, I don't see his name on here. But anyway, that took things from a level of I don't think this is okay to probably the best ad segment we've ever had. So thanks a lot, Heimlich. I appreciate that, man. And I hope
hold
divided
up,
assurance
JD.
serves you well,
JD. Whoa, slow down. What? Best one?
Yeah.
You serious?
As a heart attack. As a heart attack. And if I need treatment for a heart attack, I get divided assurance.
You know what? I'm sound like Jeff right now. Perv again is the product that we're endorsing now.
Sounds good to me.
Bro, Perv again?
That's the product. Perv again. Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Hey,
he's doing something to subdue. I'm all about asking somebody the question of do you want to change your life? Divided assurance can help you change your life. And also, he's trying to better himself by subduing those perverted tendencies that he has. And if he's trying to better himself, who am I to come between that?
Hold on. So him and 4 other people going to get treated under your plan that you created, even if those other people don't have any problem with perv or have any symptom, they got to go all together to get perv again treated. And you saying that was the best idea?
Sound like it to me. Sound like a combination of a brilliant idea along with another brilliant idea. So
this is horrible.
Can you all still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
2 things. Every time I hear that dude talk, I feel like I have to take a shower afterwards. I feel filthy every time he talks. I feel like I have to take a shower. Secondly, besides that perv treatment plan, I hope he's soliciting a treatment plan for lazy tongue. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the light on for that one. Lazy tongue. He has lazy tongue syndrome. He has LTS. Is he in a group? So he's in a group with 4 other pervs. Is that what it is?
He is in a group with people who need similar treatment plans. So whatever you want to consider that.
And let me guess, Johnny Dangerous. They're probably going to be prescribed pink shrink, right? Full circle, right?
Yes, you are absolutely right.
Man, this is getting out of hand. This is really, really getting out of hand, man. Like
I don't know if I'm cool with this either, man. I mean, this is coming from me.
I think that's what caused the problem. Him putting it in his hand. But from what it sounds like, in the movie theaters, perv again.
Pee Wee Herman status.
Dude, he said if you admit it, you know what I'm saying, you can defeat it. But throughout the entire conversation, he wasn't really admitting it. He said he was diagnosed with misdiagnosed. That's what he said. He was misdiagnosed with it. So it's almost like he's not admitting to being a perv, but yeah, he's taking this medication and it's keeping him from being a perv.
My mind's telling me no.
But his body is telling him what? And we know who is in jail because of what their body was telling them to do already, right?
What is his tongue telling him? Pause.
he has a overly moist tongue, and it's also lethargic.
What? An overly moist tongue?
Yes.
Is that a condition?
His tongue secretes slime and H2O, but it's lethargic. That's why he speaks the way he speaks.
Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know either, but I'm down with
First of all, the divided insurance, assurance, whatever insurance you got, JD, we need to scrap that. That's the most.
I got people
idea.
signing up, so it's already in motion.
It is the worst idea that you came up with your entire life. I mean, whatever you thought was your worst idea, then put that one above this one.
Yes.
That's how bad this one is.
The garbage man runs on Wednesday, and he forgot to pick up that damn trash, bro.
Fact.
I love you, man, but that's trash.
It's 113 degrees outside, so it's sitting there stinking right now.
Damn.
And somehow the damn recycling man came and picked that up from the other week and brought it back today. And it's a damn travesty.
I'm glad that for once in for once I'm not the only person that's downing something, that's realizing that all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? All ideas ain't great ideas.
Don't put the cart before the horse now. Hold on.
What? John still cash the check.
The money is still good. It's not so much as where the money came from, it's what you do with it. You get what I'm saying?
You sound like a politician right now, John.
Huh? You with me, right?
You sound like Lori Lightfoot right now.
I'm just saying.
Lori Lightfoot. But
I'm stepping hard into this, man. You can take something bad and turn it into something good. Look at OG Bobby Johnson from South Central. You know what I'm saying? He came from bad beginnings and became good. Same thing with this money, man. Hey, look, anybody that want to come out here and present themselves on the Jump Off Live show and present their product, we all for that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take that money. If it's bad, we're going to do something good with it.
So are we taking drug dealers' money too?
We're
going that route right now. It seems like we're about to be laundering some issue where this is going right now, man. What are we doing?
It's a drug. It's a drug that was approved by some type of government. I don't think it was the U.S. government.
What government approved this drug?
The same government that approved divided assurance.
And that's why this is the worst idea ever.
I think we have Heimlich trying to video call us. Hold on a second.
Oh snap, Heimlich. That's him.
I think he's having a little bit of difficulty connecting with the call, but his video is up and running. And Heimlich, are you there? Can you? No, I don't think he hears us. We'll have to try to get in contact with him again later, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, he got that. Let me speak to your manager. Look.
He got those "let me speak to your manager" force ones on.
I'm sure he had the Jesus number 3 sandals on with the socks.
All right, I think we've done enough, man, with this one. What was that, Jeff? Oh man, Jeff getting abducted by androids right now.
Jeff,
I think.
Yeah, Jeff.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Anyway, we got a second story that we wanted to break down. This is supposed to be quickies, but that first conversation went a little long, which was good though. This one will go a little bit faster. But we have Rachel Nichols, one of my favorites, man. This story kind of,
don't you, JD?
Yeah, man. Me and Rachel got a thing ever since the early days of her being on ESPN. I never met her. She's never met me, but I know of her.
Yeah, I think
and
her and Scarlett Johansson for you. Those
I
are
bet
the
you
two
do.
right there, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Rachel, but
Hey,
anyway,
can you all hear me okay?
yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Hey, real quick before you get to your story, real quick, Christina Davis, I did see your comment saying, "Hey, nice mug." I have not forgotten about you about the mug, Christina Davis. Just so you know, there's been a slight glitch in the manufacturing of said mugs, but I have not forgot about you. You're at the top of the list, Christina Davis, with getting a mug, and I know you're going to continue to poke at me until I send you one. Your message is duly noted. All right.
I was gonna say, speaking of glitches, I don't know
Yeah,
who's talking right now. I hear something talking from the shadows over in that corner.
right. Hey Jeff, you talking about? Hey Jeff, you over there?
Oh.
Hey Jeff, why you over there talking like you got a supply chain over there, man? All you gotta do is put that in UPS or FedEx and call it a day, man.
Yeah, quit playing, man. Talking about manufacturing.
Right. You acting like you got supply. You act like you supply chain. You acting like you got, standards and practices. Gotta make sure this mug is made right. Dude, just go to FedEx and call one.
He act like he Amazon when he touch every product that come through.
Hey, why you think I'm on the expressway right now? I'm making a run right now to get some mugs. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go out of town to get them.
Oh, so let me ask you this question, Jeff. Are you like making the mugs like in what's that, Ghost with Patrick Swayze? Are you really making the mugs like that, hand by hand? How long does it take?
I wouldn't be surprised. He probably
made with love, man.
That dude.
They made with love.
He's driving right now to get some of the supplies for the paint, and to make the mugs. He can only get chandeliers and vases. But how long does it take? You got no supply chain industry going.
They made while making love. That's what it is.
All right. Let's jump to this next topic.
Rachel, real quick. Back to Rachel.
real quick. Basically, I'm going to read the article. But yeah, it's about Rachel Nichols, who is a commentator on several. What was that?
There's an update as of like an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. I'll let you go first, and you can mention.
I just want to make sure you had that before you got started. Cool.
Yep, I saw it. But yeah, so Rachel Nichols is a commentator for ESPN. Everything that they do basketball. She hosts a show called The Jump, among many other things. She was going to be the lead anchor on the finals. So many different things. She's a key part of their coverage. But another one of her colleagues, Maria Taylor, who is Black, was chosen to do some coverage of the NBA Finals above Miss Nichols, and there was some backlash of it. So let me read the article really quickly, or at least parts of the article really quickly. When a sideline reporter first appeared on ABC's broadcast of the NBA Finals on Tuesday night, it was not Rachel Nichols, an abrupt change announced by ESPN earlier in the day. It was an attempt to staunch a year-long scandal that has spilled into public view about the company's handling of conflicts centered around race. The decision to have Malika Andrews be the sideline reporter instead was made after the New York Times reported that Nichols, who is white, made disparaging comments about a Black colleague, Maria Taylor, last year. Among other things, Nichols said that Taylor was picked to host the NBA Finals coverage last season because ESPN was, quote, feeling pressure about diversity. I'm going to skip down. This is what she said. I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. Nichols told a person on call, if you need to give her more things to do because you are feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it from me or take my thing away. So, interesting comments to say the least. I'm gonna hold my comments. Let's hear what that dude has to say. I know that you got an update first of all, sir.
Yeah, so basically they announced that ESPN is giving Taylor a new role. So she's going to do the ESPN pregame and halftime shows during the NBA Finals. And also Nichols was also bumped from a role as sideline reporter for the NBA Finals and replaced by reporter Malika Andrews. So that's the one update that came out here. Rachel has came out and apologized from the audio clip that surfaced, and she said that, paraphrasing, that she wishes Maria Taylor the best knowledge success, and she covers all these other sports things of that nature. So Rachel's been removed from all NBA Finals work right now. ESPN basically Disney, Mickey Mouse has said, we don't want these problems right now. It's like Highlander. There can only be one. With the women in the game right now. Where's hip hop? It's gonna be Cardi B, or Lil Kim, or Nicki Minaj. It can only be one. And right now we're seeing if ESPN, Mickey Mouse is saying there can only be one, going back and forth, because actually Maria Taylor's a star. Like, she is good at what she does. She is dope. The problem, though, is that ESPN messed up by not able to create or have multiple roles for the stars that they do have. It seems like if one's here, then if someone comes up, someone's got to get bumped. And, of course, when it comes to sports, there's always going to be that negative connotation when we see women on the TV screen, even though we're seeing every day how women are professional athletes in sports and are doing great things just like as men are doing right now. And the making it hard for ESPN, she's actually in a contract dispute right now. She's making about $1 million a year. She thinks she's worth Stephen A. Smith money, which is a lot, because Stephen A. is one of the highest paid cats in the game right now. And only reason why that you think you're worth Stephen A. Smith money is because somebody out there is willing to give you Stephen A. Smith money. So she's putting the pressure on ESPN, because who's out there? NBC. So if I'm Maria Taylor, don't take that $5 million, even though it's a lot of freaking money. She's about to be the highest paid woman in the sport of what she does. But if NBC wants to give you that Stephen A. check, make your current employer match that and say, give him Stephen A. or whatever. But the problem, though, is that Rachel was on a hot mic talking some personal feelings, and she needs to know she's been in the game long enough here. She a veteran. She should know there should be some hot mics around. I got to watch, like I said, I got to be at the crib, talk to people I'm close with. So Rachel's is not wrong. Why should I lose my job if I'm performing? At the same time, though, Maria's like, I'm a star, and they coming for me too, and I'm in a contract dispute. So Rachel messed up by getting on the mic. Unfortunately, it's not her fault, but now it's her fault now because of the backlash that came out. She's not wrong, but the way it came out, she looks wrong, and she's not wrong, if that makes sense.
Yep. What do you think, Johnny Dangerous?
I'm trying to think about what Dave said. He said she's not wrong. Man, he did mention something, that she's been in the game for a long time. I just don't understand, like, people in the speaking industry and being recorded and being broadcasted. You have to put yourself in the mind frame that you're always being listened to. You're always being watched. Why would you say something like that? Period. Here's the thing, though. What's done in the dark will always be brought to the light. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time she said something like that, but this is the first time it's been broadcasted to where she's being exposed. There's a lot of people we know since the beginning of, I don't want to talk politics, but Trump's presidency, that a lot of folks with a lack of melanin have exposed themselves. And so she's exposing herself, unfortunately. She's exposing herself, and her making that comment, laughing about it and whatnot, it just shows her true character. You know what I'm saying? So
let me just add this one point before we get to Jeff. I'll just be real quick. The one thing that Rachel has on her side is that a ton of her ex-Black athletes and colleagues are going to bat for her. So even all this stuff that we're saying, how like this, I know what you're going to say, John. I'm just saying that she's getting, I just want to put this layer for the show for people. She's getting co-signed for people like Steven Jackson and other athletes like that, saying that she's good at her job and she shouldn't lose her job. So I just want to put that out there so that we just have all the facts on the table as well. I'm not saying I'm green of it or not green of it. I'm saying that she's having a lot of Black co-workers, ex and current, going to back for her.
I hear you. That's because they like her and they're her friends. You know what I'm saying? They believe in her. But I'm telling you now, in 2021 going forward, there's no room for racism, period. From Black, white, brown, whatever you are, there's no room for racism. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
What do you say, Jeff?
I'll turn my light on for this one. I'm just really, really happy that in this day and age, this stuff is pushed to the forefront, and people are being held accountable as relates to I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they feel like they got to tiptoe and they got to be extra sensitive. Hell yeah, you got to be extra sensitive when it comes to us. Hell yeah, because we've not gotten the benefit of the doubt for hundreds of years.
Say that, bro.
So if you fix your face to say something sideways, be prepared to get dealt with because it's a new day and time.
That's right. Be prepared to get turned sideways, right?
Yeah. Right. Whether you all the way wrong or you halfway wrong, whether you all the way wrong or you halfway wrong, you still will get dealt with.
Okay, I have a question. if you're done, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm done. I turn the light off. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dark in this box there.
My question is this: could Rachel have been speaking from a point or angle of truth? I mean, maybe what she said shouldn't have ever come to light, but what she was saying was probably true. It was probably true. It was probably a situation where, ESPN is looking to be more diverse, and because of that, they would be willing to sacrifice Rachel in this spot. Right. So just because it's true, does it mean that it's not okay for her to say it? Where's that line at? I mean, that's
because I mean, like I know we're short on time here, but playing devil's advocate, we look at her side. It's like, look, I've been doing my job for years. I've been on CNN, I've been on ESPN a couple of times. I got high ratings here, and all of a sudden here, why do I lose my job? If I had low ratings, then I can understand that. And she already said too, I praise her for what her work has done, but when you're like John said, when you have a lack of melanin, and then the tone that was kind of delivered, some people are going to perceive it a different way. You know, she could be right, and then her tone comes off a different way here, where some people is not going to give her the benefit of doubt. People who know her, of course, is going to do that because they know her character. They know her inside or out. The outsiders don't know that. So what's going to happen? You got a few people that's going to co-sign her, but the whole world is seeing it, and then everybody's going to pick sides on this here right now. And let me add this one thing here, and I'll fall back here, saying that she was not disciplined for these comments. The only person that was disciplined was Kayla Johnson, an ESPN employee who sent the audio to Taylor. Now, she was suspended for 2 weeks without pay.
Really?
So another employee who leaked the audio was suspended.
Okay.
Because she snitched, technically, if you want to get snitches get stitches.
I get that.
Wow. Jeff, were you about to say something? It sounded like you were about to say something.
Yeah, I'm just going to say something real quick. So other folks in power, however you want to say it, they're now getting a taste. And I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but they're getting a taste of what it feels like to be in an unfair environment.
Mm.
As soon as he said it, we lost him.
For 20 years.
Speaking of unfair, it sounded like he was about to make an amazing point.
It does.
But
or drop a hard mixtape with what he was about to go in with. Hard freestyle.
Man. You know what? This is a story that I hate that we are out of time on, man. Like we're legitimately
gonna be updates.
It's the NBA
Finals. We're going for like another week and a half.
Oh, sure. And we will definitely be able to come back on this story. But just because we're out of time does not mean that you have to be out of time if you're watching this show. Drop a comment below and you can be a part of the conversation. Even after the show is over with. I jump on the comments. I know everybody jumps on the comments all the time, and we'll respond to comments in real time as they come in if you leave them on our page. So that's the show, everybody. Jump Off Live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can find us on our Facebook page. You can find us on Zingo TV. Just download the app. We are everywhere you want to be. Follow us on Twitter. On Twitter. You can also follow us on Instagram to be updated on everything that we have going on. So, for Jeremy JD Dorsey,
Spotify and Apple.
Spotify, Apple, and the Google Play Store too, right? Yeah. It's on there too, in audio form. But yeah, for Jeremy JD Dorsey, for Johnny Dangerous, for that dude named Dave, and for Jeff A. Smith, who is with us in spirit right now. This is Jump Off Live signing out. Peace, everybody.
Back.